Good morning.
Welcome. After worshiping here for 20 years, not much rattles me, thank goodness. I'm glad that each seat isn't full this morning, or people might be a little worried. Email isn't always reliable. I sent the order of service to Glenn in the middle of the week. He didn't get it. So you don't have a bulletin to rely upon, so you'll have to listen extra carefully to what Byrd about this morning. It is an honor for me to be called back here to install your two pastors who are officially taking over the reins of the church today, though they have been at work all year. We're pretty much going to follow your normal order of service. Those of you who are here each Sunday know what that is. If you have a hymnal, you may want to find one of these white cards, and we'll be using two of the readings on the back. It has the picture of the church on the front, and we'll be using the chalice statement, chalice lighting statement, and the avowal of faith just a bit later in the service. To begin, however, if you would turn to the back of your hymnal, we shall read responsively, "We bid you welcome," number 442. We shall stand and remain standing then for the first hymn, which is number 23. We bid you welcome, who come with weary spirits seeking rest,
Who come with troubles that are too much with you, who come hurt and afraid.
We bid you welcome, who come with hope in your heart,
Who come with anticipation in your step, who come proud and joyous.
We bid you welcome, who are seekers of a new faith,
Who come to probe and explore, who come to learn.
We bid you welcome, who enter this hall as a homecoming,
Who have found here room for your spirit, who find in this people a family.
whoever you are, whatever you are, wherever you are on your journey. We
We
bid
bid
you
you
welcome.
welcome.
Our hymn is number 23.
There's a little break between verses 2 and 3 that's instrumental, just by way of warning.
Okay, so you can have an intro with the...
Yes.
Start.
Is 23 first or?
You got it, right? But we don't have the verses. 25. Very sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, this one we know. Okay, this is much better.
Maker of all our faith in God as eternal and all-conquering love, in the spiritual leadership of Jesus, in the supreme worth of every human personality, in the authority of truth, known or to be known, and in the power of those of goodwill and sacrificial spirit to overcome all evil and progressively to establish the kingdom of God.
You may be seated. If you will turn to the chalice lighting statement at the top of that same page, may we read together as our chalice is lighted. As we light
The chalice candle, we join together to remember the cup of our faith and the love that Jesus taught. The candle represents the light of knowledge and understanding that we seek on our spiritual journey and our stewardship of the mysteries of God.
And as is our custom, we will now light candles of joy and concern and share those with one another as we light candles.
For our community at large, those that protect and serve here and overseas, in harm's way and away from their family, for those who can't be with us here today, I want to light a candle for Mansfield. We attended the first Pride Parade yesterday. It was a wonderful event. Nothing to give the community any uproar as to any problems. It was a beautiful people, a beautiful event, no controversy, thank goodness. It was truly an enjoyable time, and I think they shouldn't have any problem having another one down there, and I look forward to going to this.
This one for a cousin was on the way to the hospital. I don't know what for at the moment. Special one here for a patient. We're not supposed to get attached to him. It does occasionally happen. Yesterday would have been him and his wife's 50th wedding anniversary. And yesterday's the date. Fortunately, all his family came in for the anniversary. Turned out to be they were here for his last breath for his wife and family. Thank you.
Would you like two for me, please? These are, of course, for Mindy and Sam, for the many blessings that they'll need all through each and every week of a long ministry here.
Candle of joy for Glenn's 50th birthday.
Let us pray. God of all the earth, we come to you in these quiet moments, asking first of all that you be with this one who is en route to a hospital. Supply the need that is there. Be with us here in this place on this very special occasion in the life of this church. We are thankful for the church that has stood many years, has weathered many storms, and progresses faithfully forward. We thank you for this community that has been good to this church. We ask your blessing upon those who lead the church in whatever ways are needed. Those who do small jobs that are always unseen and yet always done. Those who may be in higher positions of the church, officers, board members, whatever it may be, that your wisdom might shine through. We share the joys that we have with one another. We are reminded that indeed we are one in sorrow and in joy. In times of regression, and as we progress then forward together. We are one. We are thankful to you, and we give you this moment of our devotion. Amen. We all know that it's more blessed to give than to receive. This church is a giving church. We've given over and above to those around us in need. May we receive this offering as a reminder of our bounties that we have to share. When we come out of
World Scriptures, page 159 to 162. True love. When an individual realizes truth and fulfills God's purpose for his life, he comes to embody universal love. He delights in the well-being of others and selflessly works for their benefit. Love or compassion, being the core of ultimate reality, is manifested by the saint who can rise above self-centered attachments and desires. It is true love, love that is totally committed to the welfare of others, of the other. It is the love that is universal, overcoming the ordinary tendency to self-centeredness and favoritism for one's own. From Christianity, beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and he who loves is born of God and knows God. He who does not love does not know God, for God is love. No man has ever seen God. If we love one another, God abides in us, and his love is perfected in us. By this we know that we abide in him, for he is in us, because he has given us of his own Spirit. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. For fear has to do with punishment, and he who fears is not perfected in love. We love because he first loved us. If anyone says, I love God, and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen cannot love God whom he has not seen. From Hinduism, the infinite joy of touching the Godhead is easily attained by those who are freed from the burden of evil and established within themselves. They see the self in every creature and all creation in the self. With consciousness unified through meditation, they see everything with an equal eye. I am ever present into those who have realized me in every creature, seeing all life as my manifestation. They are never separated from me. They worship me in the hearts of all, and all their actions proceed from me. Wherever they may live, they abide in me. When a person responds to the joys and sorrows of others as if they were his own, he has attained the highest state of spiritual union. From Sikhism, now I am jealous of no one. Now that I have attained into the society of the saints, I am estranged with no one, nor is anyone a stranger to me. Indeed, I am the friend of all. All that God does, with that I am pleased. This is the wisdom I have received from the saints. Yea, the one God pervades all, and seeing him, I am wholly in bloom. From Buddhism, compassion is a mind that savors only mercy and love for all sentient beings. From Hinduism, that one I love who is incapable of ill will, who is friendly and compassionate. From Sikhism, to the addict, nothing is like his dope. To the fish, nothing is like water. But those immersed in the love of God feel love for all things. Zoroastrianism. Then that do we choose, O Lord of wisdom, O beautiful truth. That do we think, do we speak, and do we practice, for which shall be the best of actions of living ones for both worlds. From Confucianism, of the adage, only a good man knows how to like people, knows how to dislike them. Confucius said, he whose heart is in the smallest degree set upon goodness will dislike no one. And finally, from Taoism, if you step on a stranger's foot in the marketplace, you apologize at length for your carelessness. If you step on your older brother's foot, you give him an affectionate pat. And if you step on your parent's foot, you know you are already forgiven. So it is said, perfect ritual makes no distinction of persons. Perfect righteousness takes no account of things, wealth. Perfect knowledge does not scheme. Perfect benevolence knows no partiality in affection. Perfect trust dispenses with gold.
Most of you know that when Brian and I are not in a Unitarian Universalist church, we are at a United Church of Christ. They are very famous, and you will see it. I have seen it in most of the congregations that I've gone into. Whoever you are, whatever you are, wherever you are on God's journey, you are welcome here. And if you paid very close attention this morning as we read 442, you notice that we've been saying that in the Unitarian Universalist Church since probably 1961, when the church came into existence. The church is about merging of people and hearts. We are reminded that my burden is not just my burden, but my burden is your burden as well. Your joy is not just your joy, but your joy is my joy as well. When one of us suffers, all of us suffer. When one is feeling great, all of us rejoice in that health and claim it for our own. To Mindy and Sam, I will say at least every couple of months you're going to have to preach on love, or it wouldn't be this church. Because this church has heard more sermons on love, I am sure, than about any other subject since its very beginning. And it wasn't just love for the people who came into the doors of the church. But the Universalists claim love for every person on God's earth. Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, and all the many other forms and sects of religion that exist in our world today. What was catchy about the Universalists was this. They didn't say, if you aren't a Universalist, you're going to hell. In fact, they said just the opposite. That God, who was a God of love, and placed us in this beautiful, beautiful world, all his children unto himself. It is my personal belief that we come from God. We are spiritual beings on a physical journey. And when that physical journey comes to its close, I believe that we go back to God, to love, for God is love. And when we show love to one another, no matter in great ways or in tiny, small ways, we are showing the God within us. In a few moments, I'm going to I originally thought I would have 3 candles up here, for standing, one for myself and one for Sam and one for Mindy. And I was going to say we would light their candles from mine and then I would blow mine out, and I thought, I don't want to do that. That's a bad symbol. So we're going to use the chalice candle, which is the symbol of Unitarian Universalism across the nation and recognized, I believe, wherever there are new churches, for them to light their candles representing their taking on of the leadership, the scabs, and the frogs, and all the other things that go into a church to make it up. They are also taking you and looking in your face and beholding the God within you and loving each of you as much as they love themselves. Then I'm going to have them come down and sit on a chair. We'll ask Bob to come and stand by Mindy, Kristen to come and stand by Sam when the time comes, and I'm going to try to get us to form just a circle around them so that we all may touch one another, and I'm going to have Mindy and Sam holding hands as well so that we can pass our blessing on to them and turn over the keys of this great place to these two leaders. Sam, I remember you from way back, and you have always been the leader. You were always happy to be a part of what was going on. In these later years, your heart has expanded much more, and you have such a world vision that we are blessed just to know you, but blessed also when you share your knowledge from this pulpit. Mindy, I think, never meets a stranger. I suspect she gave me a kiss on the first day she met me, Bob. That's just Mindy. She's warm, she's outgoing, she loves this church. As so many people have said over the 20 years that I have been here, when I walked in, I felt at home. And Mindy felt that on the day that she walked in here as well. So Sam and Mindy, I'm going to ask now that you come and light these symbolic candles, symbolizing that you're taking light from indeed every source that you can get. And if you'll take this one, and then you take the one on the left there. Light your own candle from the chalice candle. That one you want to control. I think that's probably the best way to say it. And I'll remind you both something you sang as a kid. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. And what a blessing it will be for all of us as they let these lights shine, as they become our leaders, as they, I don't know about the word preach, as they speak to us of wisdom each week through the years to come. We certainly pray God's blessing upon them. Bob, you can come up, please. Now, I think we can work this out. Bob, if you want to come right here, yes. And we're going to have the two of them hold hands. Can we all come up and kind of form a circle? It'll be in the midst of the pews, I'm sure. But I'd like us to form a circle here.
Brian, you need to side break. This is
Yes.
I think we're going to have to go down the road. So that's we're going to have to go down the road here.
And some of you may need to move in a little bit. And,
Should we go through?
yeah, go through one of the pews. Good, we're almost there. We're almost there.
Hey, I'll hold it.
Mindy and Sam, we join hands to show you that we are all as one of your people. You now are our leader. You now are our pastors. You now are those that we turn to in our spiritual need. And we ask God's blessing upon you. Let us pray. God of the ages, creator of all, bless us in this holy place. Bless these two who have been called by this congregation to become the leaders, to become the pastors, the ministers, the servants. And bless us as we rely upon them. Let us not forget them through the week, but always to be with them in thought and in word and deed. Help each of us to be a help to them, that in their hours of need, they might know that they can look unto us for support. This we ask in your name. Amen. Now let's squeeze each other's hands as a good sign of our unity. And you know what I'd like you to do? I'd like you to come and shake their hands, or put your hand on their shoulder, or just touch them in some way. And we say, you guys just sit back down.
Now, give me a hug.
I want to read one more thing. It's out of the message. It's almost humorous. So this is for both of you. In light of all this that we've just gone through, here's what I want you to do. While I'm locked up here, a prisoner for the master, of course Paul was in prison when he wrote this, I want you to get out there and walk. Better yet, run. on the road God called you to travel. I don't want any of you sitting around on your hands. I don't want anyone strolling off down some path that goes nowhere. And mark that you do this with humility and discipline, not in starts and fits, but steadily, pouring yourselves out for each other in acts of love, alert at noticing differences and quick at mending fences. Our closing hymn is number 123. Probably you might not need words. It's the best sung hymn in all of Unitarian Universalism, Spirit of Life. Brothers and sisters, be at peace among yourselves. See that none of you repays evil for evil, but always seek to do good to one another and to all. Rejoice always. Pray constantly, giving God thanks in all things. And the love and the peace and the unity of God will be with you now and this day forward forevermore. Amen. Food awaits.